What's going on today, lords and ladies? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your liege lord, the Godless Gamer, and this is episode 18 of Dutch's Legacy. We have a very important and busy episode today. I'm being forced... The game is forcing me. I'm in a bit of a race against time because we learned at the end of our previous episode that the HRE, the Holy Roman Empire, is consuming lands where I want to get myself landed. But we lucked out a little bit because there's still one independent county in the kingdom that I want to eventually create. It is de jure part of Frisia. There's one county left, and it's independent. So if I wait too long, the HRE is going to consume this, and in order to get any lands here, I'm going to have to fight the Holy Roman Emperor, which is just not in the cards right now. It really, really isn't. So I'm being forced to accelerate my plans significantly here. We're going to do the rest of our travels. We're going to come up to the British Isles, hit all of these points of interest. It serves multiple purposes. Not only are we getting the lifestyle experience, but we need money too. So this will be a good way to get money. And then we can't forget to do our pilgrimage to Canterbury. Once that's done, I'm just thinking this through now. Once that's done, we're going to come over into Germany or into Holland, and we're going to fight ourselves a war against this count. I'll make sure that I'm prepared. We're going to do things like switch up our camp focus and hire the necessary men-at-arms that we're going to need. But that's a few steps. That's a few more minutes into the episode. But we will get moving now. This leg of our journey is going to end in England. The capital of England is now Winchester. We'll race through France, zigzagging our way through these points of interest. We'll set up shop here in Winchester. I'll maybe do some recruiting and stuff, because we have some things to keep in mind when we switch our camp focus. I'm going to gain access to more knights, and I might not have enough to fully stock all my knights. I'm going to need every knight that I could possibly get my hands on for this future war. So I want to try to keep hiring people, maybe find a good knight. I have some single ladies in my camp that could use husbands. All is dark around me. Just ahead, a solitary light is there in the distance. Like instinct, I walk across this void towards that single spot of light, until I'm greeted by a lone figure, dressed all in white, who looks just like an older version of me, with a worse hairline. Does this mean I'm gonna bald? Am I looking at my future self? He smiles at me with a kind of warmth only a father can give, and invites me to sit beside him. Basking in the warmth of his presence, I feel an inexplicable elation and peace. Do you know why I made mortals die, Dutch? It's what separates you from me. Am I supposed to imply that this is God? Are we talking to God? You know how precious life is. Your eternity in heaven is coming, but for now, there are people below waiting for you. A discount towards my legend increases. I get at peace for 25 years, minus 50% stress gain. Hell yeah. Thanks, God. Thanks for hanging out with me. Now, please make sure this county doesn't get taken. Can you do that for me? I am your loyal... we are a paragon of virtue now. He's not great. I do need money, but I do need knights too. Yeah. Our journeys aren't done. We still have time. Uh-oh. Mary Linton just killed my brother-in-law? I think he was one of my knights. Damn it, now I'm gonna need another person. He was a loyal knight. Come on, Mary Linton, you're not helping here. At least I got an intrigue skill out of it. I'll take that prestige as well. I'm going to switch my camp focus once we get into England. We're going to switch over to Swords for Hire. We're not spending any money. I'm not buying any more trinkets or anything. I'm not building any more buildings. We're just saving our money now. The only thing I'm going to spend my money on is the pilgrimage. I wouldn't mind some provisions, though. Getting a little nervous that we're going to lose this. There's a contract here that only involves me passing some skill checks. I won't have to sit around here for a long time. And I wouldn't mind some more money. I'm taking a risk here. I'm wasting some time, but I want money. What? I'm training a couple people that are dying. He can't keep up. That's one failure. I don't think we can fail again. He can't keep up either. Come on, people. What do you expect? You're sending me dying men to train. How am I supposed to... I'm not a miracle worker. I failed the contract. Come on. I guess I'm not a good instructor of knights. It's not my forte. I should get another martial perk at the end of all of this, which will come in handy. I'm a little nervous that I can't switch my camp focus before or while I'm traveling, so I'm gonna do it now. I'm sorry, I'll replan that. But I am gonna switch over. And we only have 4 out of 12 knights. I don't think that's... Okay, 10 out of 12. We need 2 more people. I'm going to take a look at my future adversary's army composition, because I want to hire the right men-at-arms to counter what they've got. He's only got one, like, infantry men-at-arms. He's got spearmen. Spearmen are countered by... They're countered by heavy infantry. Unfortunately, his spearmen counter my elephants, which is a little bit of bad luck. But we will counter his spearmen with armored footmen. We'll increase it to max size, and I have room for another one. Our smartest choice would be to get some siege weapons, because I might not win this war with some battles. I mean, that's ideal, but I might be forced to do a siege. And if I have siege weapons, it'll go faster. We'll get the onagers up to max as well, and I'll fill them all up. I'll use provisions. I'll save money. So now my men-at-arms regiments are fully stacked. We just need 2 knights. Forgive me for having to do this again, but I was just afraid that I wouldn't have been able to change that while traveling. Let's make this quick. We'll keep scouting for talent. Hopefully we come across a good knight. Oh, I have an intrigue. Oh no, I got a learning perk. When we get ourselves landed, the Pope's opinion is going to be a concern, and I'm going to have a realm priest. And their opinion is important as well. Visiting a religious point of interest... oh, yeah, we're going to go on a pilgrimage to Canterbury, so, Yeah, this is useful. The county's still there. I'm getting really nervous that we're gonna lose that. I'm trying to go quickly. Maybe it's not necessary to do the pilgrimage. I could do a pilgrimage while I'm landed still. So it's not like I have to do that while I'm traveling. Let's save some time. I'm deciding. We'll visit Canterbury, but we won't go on the pilgrimage. Come on, where's my martial perk? I should have gotten it. Oh my, we got it. We got somebody important. He's young too, 29. And he technically does have a congenital trait. He's got the giant. It has negatives to it, but it is positive. I think I have a family member who just came of age. I do. I have a niece who has the pretty trait. They're relatively close in age. How old is she? She's 17. He's got 30 prowess, guys. I'd be passing up a good night if I didn't do this. I'm gonna hire him. Thank you, game. Scouting for talent, man. That's why we got that. And he can marry my niece. Matrilineally. So they can start giving me Van Der Lindes. Who are giants. Maybe. Alright, are there any just skill check? I was considering this behind the scenes. I think I'm going to grab this one. It's going to give me battle advantage +5. And this is the most important battle that we're ever going to fight. I could reduce the Casus Belli cost, but I think we've saved up enough where that's not a big issue. I have a lot of gold. I have a lot of prestige. Let's give our armies the best advantage that we can. Battle advantage makes one side in battle do more damage. The higher the advantage, the more damage the soldiers will do. Now, if I understand correctly, I can't declare war on them while being camped in their realm, so I have to be outside of it. So we'll make our end destination their neighboring county. We'll hit Canterbury. And we'll go to Aachen, too, because it's along the way. I have barely enough provisions for this. My heart is pounding. I'm getting a little nervous. We're about to fight a really important war. I'm not risking maiming myself right now. I need knights. I don't really have a... beggars can't be choosers right now. I don't like his personality because he's vengeful. But he does have 17 prowess. That's not awful. I'll take him. I'm settling. Maybe in the future I can tell him to leave. But now he's a knight. I made sure to give items away to knights before the episode started. I gave some swords away to my knights. So that's all taken care of. We're as prepared as we're gonna be. Once we get here, we'll strategize a little bit. Okay. I can ask the Pope for gold and he'll give it to me. 100 gold. I'll take that. That's going to come in handy. Okay. Now let's strategize. We already took a look at his men-at-arms strength and weaknesses, and we countered them. He has 8 knights, and he has 2 allies. The trick is going to be to fight them piecemeal. We can't allow them to unite. So we'll just bum rush this guy. We'll come immediately for his capital. He'll most likely raise his troops here. So we'll take out his troops immediately. And we'll start the siege. And then that'll force his allies to come at me. Hopefully the AI isn't smart enough to unite their armies. But here we go, moment of truth. I should probably have built this up a little bit more, but I wanted to make sure I did this right. Oh, yes, yes. One thing I almost forgot. Ooh. I want some men-at-arms. Or, excuse me, mercenaries. I should probably take a look at his allies' strengths and weaknesses. This ally has pikemen as well. So that's doubling down on the pikemen. And again, pikemen. That's all they have. They have the siege weapons, but I'm not taking those into consideration. I'm just taking into consideration like their infantry units. They just have pikemen, so I already countered them with my my heavy infantry. So let's focus on getting a mercenary band that's relatively cheap, that gives me more heavy infantry, like this one. We'll get some light footmen, too. Light footmen counter skirmishers. Oh no, they counter heavy infantry, which they don't have. The odor-free company gives me more armored footmen. The light footmen are just like a cherry on top. They don't counter anything, and none of their troops counter light footmen. 635 golds? Alright, I think I'm willing to pay that price. We can't forget that we're still draining money because of our legend. Get over here now. Maybe we'll get lucky and capture somebody important in battle instantly. I can get a secret on the Emperor of the HRE. The door to my tent opens and Molly stands in front of me. With a subtle bow, she starts. I apologize for interrupting you, my lord, but I bring news that may be of your interest. I was resting at the Ebon King, drinking with a group that revealed themselves as servants of Emperor Robert. I like his first name. They had no qualms about talking about their liege. What of him? I asked, and managed to learn of his secret for your benefit. He's going to be my future liege lord. Having a secret against the Emperor of the HRE. He is dying, so I'm running out of time to utilize that hook. Or that secret, but I'll take it anyway. I'm gonna abandon the siege for a second. Let's bushwhack his small army. We won! Instant victory because he's a moron and he was fighting on the front lines. I got it. Greetings, Count Dutch of Guelders. A blessing upon you and your house. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. You are now a mere count. Well, I don't think... We're not a mere anything. It's better than what we started as. We are now a member of the nobility. So the Van Der Linde dynasty has officially begun. We are now landed nobility. We are the lowest rank. We are a count. But this deserves a celebration. We have a lot to manage, but let's celebrate a little bit here. I need to do this. I have to. We need the headwear of a nobleman. I have a fallback crown that I normally use for counties or count level titles, and it's this one. Just the regular circlet. I think I like this one with the male coif. It goes with my armor, and it's basically the same exact thing. I'm doing that. And now my wife deserves a circlet because she's nobility. Look at that. Hell yeah. We are now counts. We can fabricate hooks now if we want. We're still stuck in the intrigue lifestyle, but now we have new focuses for all of these lifestyles. Now that we're landed. I'm just trying to think of what I'm going to do next, but just so much on my mind right now. Let's manage our council. My wife is preggers. How pregnant? We have 6 more months. Now, I do have a vassal. We're starting with 1 vassal. There's a town here. There's a baron underneath us. And he is powerful. His skills aren't awful. His personality isn't bad either. But let's appease him and give him a position. He would probably be my best steward. He is. Well, Sean McGuire would make a good steward, but he's not one of my vassals. My raised armies are... Oh yeah, that's causing a drain. We can disband them. So I have some unraised men-at-arms that I'm paying for now, because I'm in the negative now, and I need to be concerned about money. This owned legend seems to be the biggest drain. I might not be able to afford this much longer. Let me check this. I have to wait 3 years until I can complete this. The longer I have this, just the quicker I'm going to go into debt. So we need to keep an eye on this. My brother can be my chancellor. Let's work on domestic affairs and opinions. What's the control like in my, The control isn't good. As the control goes up, we'll get some more income, so that'll help with money. Mary Linton, who's a murderer, would be a good spy master. She is intimidated by me, so I'm not particularly threatened by her. I have enough prestige to increase my crown authority. We're going to do that. We chose our lifestyle. We set up all of our counselors. I don't have easy means of getting these things all the time now, so... I have a prisoner I can get some money for. If I get rid of some of these positions, it'll save me some money, but it's not a lot. The rest of these are no cost. I suppose I can save some money and fire Hosea. He's not even a good bodyguard, and... money's tight. Oh, doing this is going to cost me prestige. Alright, so I can't really deal with that right now. I'm starting with a 6 domain limit. We're not going to stay independent for long. A really good thing for us to do would be to swear fealty to... swear fealty to the Holy Roman Emperor. Let's make sure we don't have anybody above us. We're technically a part of the Gelry Duchy, the Duchy of Gelry. So our lord would be the Duke of this duchy, but there is no Duke of this. So that means that we're going to be directly underneath the Emperor. We will be his direct vassal. We won't have a vassal above us as like a middleman. But swearing fealty to him would be really safe. I don't want to have war declared on me because now I'm a juicy target for other people. So let's give ourselves some protection. Swear fealty to the Holy Roman Emperor. For low obligations, he will accept. So our taxes will be low. And our levy contributions will be low. Okay, so all of my positions are gone. That answers that question. And since we have this secret against him, how likely is it that he'll accept? 60%. It's gonna piss him off if we fail this, but I think it's worth it. We want to take advantage of this hook before he dies. We got it. I'm already getting marriage offers. Leave me alone. I can exempt myself from having to pay taxes. Or... oh no, the special stipulation in the contract which allows me to declare war against other people within the Empire, it's not here. I can guarantee myself on the council. I won't be able to edit the contract in my lifetime. My son, or my future heir, will be the next one to edit this in some way. I think because we're having money issues right now, exempting ourselves from taxes would be the best. We might even get lucky and he might put us on his council without us having to ask him. The odds are low. We are a low-ranking vassal of his, but we are a direct vassal. I'm exempting myself from having to pay taxes. I definitely don't want to get rid of my elephants. It took me so much work to get them. They're special to us. I'm destroying my armored footmen. These elephants are so expensive. Actually, they're not that expensive. 0.15. Well, getting rid of the armored footmen saved us a little bit of money. I'm taking things slow. I'm just trying to think. We have all of our items. We are now a vassal of the HRE, the Holy Roman Emperor. Now the key will be to, because we want to eventually become the king of Frisia, so the key will be to maybe try to break up the HRE, or because I don't have access to that vassal, like I can't fight other... I suppose we could start putting our counselors to work here. I didn't check to see our new realm priest. He loves us. I don't think we have any church holdings. We don't. There's no church holdings in our domain, or in our county. And fabricating claims does cost money at the end. Because I think I want to start working for this duchy. But I don't think I can fight him. Let me look at my liege lord's crown authority. Where do I see my He's 2. He's crown authority 2. Can create cadet branches, allows rulers of at least kingdom tier to elevate to co-monarch. Under the feudal type government, blah, blah, blah. Oh, here we go. Vassals can be retracted, titles can be revoked. Rulers can change between available partition laws. When he gets to Crown Authority 3, vassals cannot wage war against other vassals unless they use a hook. But he doesn't have Crown Authority 3 yet. He's still at 2. So I think we can fight our neighbors. The most realistic neighbor that I would want to fight is this guy, but... Can I survive with the amount of money that I have before going broke? Putting my wife on managed domain helps a teeny bit. I'm already on collect taxes. This county is already my culture, so I don't need to convert it to... Oh, no, it's not my culture. It's something else. Zutphinner. Whatever that is. Whatever that inferior culture is. But, let's stay on collect taxes. Money is more important. Maybe once we're done in the intrigue lifestyle, which isn't much longer, we'll get back into the stewardship lifestyle and get on that with income. So there are ways to solve the problem, but I am running out of time to solve the problem. Okay, let's slowly but steadily play. Lifestyle focus invalidated? Oh, okay. Oh, do we have to reassign everything? No, we don't. It's just that some of the bonuses that we were getting from these perks are now irrelevant. They only pertained to landless adventurers, so now they're all gone. But we still have all the same perks. But we can switch now. I don't know how many hooks I have, but I might have a few that I can use to get money if I go into golden obligations. Vassal tax contribution. Finally, a reason to get into stewardship now that we're landed. It's been so long. I think that helped our income a little bit. And he was gallant, and she was beautiful. And he was a hero, and she was beautiful. It doesn't take long to discover where the music is coming from, if you could call that music. I soon find Molly playfully tuning her lute, leaning on a stone bench. Ah, my lord. Her eyes immediately bright up. Isn't it true that the reason for your legend was to impress Tilly Jackson? No? Not even close. How dare you? I'm married. My wife becomes my soulmate. I did it for myself. Prestige would be nice. I have other ways to become soulmates with my wife. I'm taking that prestige. I need it. $9.33 is when I can complete that and get rid of that drain. Let's see our domain. We have crop fields. And what's another good thing? This is something that we can talk about now that we're landed. We are so close to really valuable land. We are right next to farmlands. 2 counties worth. I know these lands aren't part of the kingdom that I want to create, but I think in the short term, getting these counties, I think they're a part of a bunch of different duchies. Yeah, one's a part of this duchy, and one's a part of this duchy. So they're not even a part of the same duchies, but it's just something to keep in mind. We have very valuable lands right next to us. Farmland is really valuable. But I like that we have crop fields. That's more taxes every month. I don't think it's smart to spend money right now until we get our things. Oh yeah, let's take a look at our legitimacy. I'm aspiring. I'm level 1 legitimacy. We're close to the next level. Requires at least 210. Reduces our short reign. Reduced claims on Casus Belli cost. My expected legitimacy is 0 out of 5. So we're doing okay. We're an aspiring ruler. We have to start somewhere. Okay. This control going up is going to help. We should see our deficit improving. There's already a scheme at court. Somebody's trying to murder Mary Beth. Oh yeah, now that I'm landed, I can arrange marriages for people. Do I have any children that need to be educated? No, we taking care of that. I suppose we can try to get some alliances. Oops, I didn't mean to cancel that. No, she has the congenital trait, so it would be smarter to marry for congenital traits. She has an intelligence one. This guy's not even close by. This is in England. It's too far away. This is the only unmarried young lady who's of marrying age that has a congenital trait. She's the only one. The rest of these women don't. This one has a negative one. I think because she already has an intelligence trait, we should try to bring in something else. There's quite a few geniuses around. Disloyal? No thank you. Joffrey, I don't like the name. It's a bad luck name. Too old, 48. He won't be around long. I really want to find somebody towards the top of the list because I'm sorting by sum of all skills, so... But somebody young. No, that's the disloyal guy. No, I'm not falling for it. I'm not going to get suckered into it. I think this guy seems to be the best. He's towards the top, and he's intelligent. He's got a good personality. He's on the younger side. And they should have genius kids. Geniuses that are Van Der Lindes. Let's use one of our family members, or let's use one of the young ladies who doesn't have any traits. Let's see if we can use them to get... Like, I have this... Oh, no, she's not old enough yet. I have a 21-year-old who's not married. Let's try to find one for an alliance. Too far. For real? The King of Bavaria? Or, no, King of the Bavarians. I think he's a part of the Empire. He obviously wouldn't accept a matrilineal marriage, but this would give me an alliance. He's not really, really far away, and it is a pretty powerful alliance. He's a king. Maybe I'm settling, but I'll keep it in mind. I know this is taking a while, guys, but I told you, once we got landed, we would have a lot of things to do. Like, the gameplay has completely shifted for us. We are not wanderers. We are lords. What's the catch here? Why hasn't this guy been claimed already? Alright, and that'll thin my court out a little bit. I now have an alliance with the Bavarians. He's not a member. He's not a member of the HRE. He's an independent kingdom. Okay, so my first son, my heir, we learned his personality. He's charming, which affects intrigue and diplomacy. Since I'm raising him, and I'm all about diplomacy, let's give him a diplomacy lifestyle education. I am raising my other son as well. Another son. Clawwart? He's handsome. He's the worst one so far. His brother's got 2 traits. He only got 1. This'll be John. And I'll have his mom raise him. Singers occupy the wooden dais, filling the night with music. As I take a sip of my wine, I close my... Oh yeah, as I take a sip of my wine... I close my eyes and allow myself a moment of rest. And now, all listen, pilgrim to the world. The clamor of my courtiers fills the room, sounds of cutlery banging on the table and raucous laughter. A doubtful thought haunts me among the admiration of my court. Am I worthy? Of course I am. It's the only answer. It's the only answer. The water rises from the depths of the spring. Small bubbles break upon the surface. I look down into the blue and see my own reflection. Strong, handsome, worthy. Count Dutch? I turn around to see Princess Erilueva standing next to me. Where does she come from? Please tell me of your legend. I've traveled many days and nights to hear it. Where did you come from? She came from Italy? She starts promoting my my legend. Hell yeah, we got admirers. A kindred soul. Your acquaintance, Princess of Spoleto, has started promoting your legend. A promoted legend is a legend owned by a different ruler that is being supported by legend promoters, who pay a monthly contribution to also get part of its bonuses. So is that going to save money for me? No, it hasn't changed. What are you contributing? Ah, the light shines so pleasantly in the throne room this morning, my lord, my brother John says, walking around the room. It sure reminds me of the day fate decided to start your legend. Do you remember how benevolent you were? I'm still benevolent. Attending the peasants' desperate pleas, he says, with an eloquent wink. Yeah, I remember that. Can I ask the Pope for money? I can seek indulgence. No, that's me paying money to him. No, that's not how this works. Money comes to me. All right, we have a new liege lord, Emperor Louis of the Holy Roman Empire. He's not particularly strong as a ruler. I mean, he does have his empire title. He doesn't have any kingdom titles. He has a duchy title, and he completely owns his duchy. I think. No, he's missing one county. He's missing this one. So he's consolidated his duchy pretty much. And now that we're a part of the HRE, I think there's some mechanics here. His title has some... This is a princely elective. The Emperor and the 7 Prince Electors can nominate a title heir from among themselves, any legitimate children and siblings of the ruler, as well as any other major de jure vassal of the Empire. If a historical elector title is held by infidels or does not exist, another de jure vassal will take its place. This succession law places a significant importance on faith and piety, so that's right up our alley. The electoral titles of this realm are the counties of Cologne, Mainz, and Trier, and the duchies of Bohemia, East Franconia, Ostfalen, and Ostmark. Alright, so, the HRE has some interesting, you know, rules and regulations as to how it operates, but that doesn't really concern us now as a small, little county. Apparently, I'm second in line to inherit the Holy Roman Empire. What? Why? What? I have 2 electors voting for me. What? Oh, and no, this guy is not an independent. The king of... He's an elector. Oh, no, he's a candidate. He's in the line of succession. That's funny. I'm second in line. The first in line is this duke right here. This child. Oh my god, it's gonna be so funny if I end up being the emperor of the Holy Roman Empire. That would be ridiculous. doing all of these things costs money that I don't have. At least our deficit is going down. I think it'll get even better once our men-at-arms, or once our mercenaries are disbanded. Once they go away. 2 years left. Uh-oh. Is there a plague? That's another thing we need to keep in mind. Plagues. We can't move. And I've been invited to be on the council. Chancellor. Hopefully it gives me some money. Oh my god, we're just having honors thrown at us. We're a peasant off the street who got lucky in a war, and now we're playing the Game of Thrones, essentially. This is the future ruler of the Duchy of Bohemia. It's not going to bring me an alliance. This marriage will not result in an alliance. No. Let's see how many hooks we can use to... I could demand 2 payments. One from my sister who tried to murder me. And we have another hook on this guy, but he's broke. This hook is going to expire in 3 years, so I have 3 years to let him save up his money. I'm first in line for the succession now. Wow, what an episode. What a whiplash. Like, talk about whiplash. I'm not hosting a grand tournament. Some duke declared war on our liege. My wife falls pregnant again. I hoped it would not come to this, but I'm left with no another option. I must rescind your appointment. Effective immediately. Well, why did you make me your chancellor in the first place? Maybe somebody forced themselves onto the council. And as a result, I got fired. Or maybe somebody forced him to get... Yeah, King Jurgen or Jurgen. He hates me. He's intimidated by me. I think most of my other vassals aren't gonna like me because I'm fresh on my I want to see what my fellow vassals of the Empire think of me. I guess what matters is the Emperor's opinion. I think I'm going to switch from domestic affairs because everybody in my court likes me. I'm going to spend some time swaying my other vassal, but everybody in my court loves me. These are all carryovers from when I had my camp. So, domestic affairs isn't what's important. Foreign affairs is. Fellow vassal opinion will increase up to 10. And I get some prestige every month. Somebody's trying to murder my sister. My spymaster is disrupting. Okay, my niece just had kids. One of them is a giant. He has a really big jaw, so he has got the giant trait. He's comely and he's giant. He's just comely. Alright, so I think this is our first giant Van Der Linde. He can get raised by his dad. I have a few more things that we want to accomplish here, and then we're going to wrap it up. They were born Dutch, so we want to keep them that way. And then this kid could be raised by his mom. $84 gold it's going to cost me. That's a big hit, but let me see. I mean, conquering territory is going to increase my money. We still have access to these men-at-arms, and I still have my onagers. He does have an ally. Where? All the way down here? We can beat him, but by then, our strength is way better. Look at us. We just got landed and we're already starting to conquer things. I just want money, guys. The more land I have, the more money I'm getting. Do I need to raise my levies? I think it'll be cheaper not to. So we'll switch from increasing control to organize army. That'll make things a little bit cheaper while we're fighting. And I'll just raise my men-at-arms. That's all I need. Or maybe not. Hold on, hold on. Did I just jump the gun? Did I just jump the gun? I didn't raise my mercenaries, that's why. Hey, it's been a while, okay? It's been a while. Oh, now they're running. Let's hopefully capture some people so we can sell them. I had another son. A son with no traits. We got a Dutch, we got an Arthur, we got a John, we need a Hosea. We need to honor the dead. Let's have my brother raise him. I went for the capital first. I thought that was the better plan. I'm jowl deep in my second helping of enterments when I catch Tilly Jackson looking at me rather reproachfully. You know, my lord, she begins gently, given you are trying to display your holiness, perhaps you might consider reining that in a tad. I look down at the food. It's delicious, but perhaps Tilly has a point. I lose 20 pounds? Am I getting fat? Alright, I'll do better. Alright, we need to end this war so I can wrap this up. We still have 10 months left with our mercenaries, and they just raise another army. Okay, that's another battle to win. That'll improve our war score. 75. I think one more siege is all we're gonna need. Mary Beth is trying to murder Mary Linton. Oh no, she's exposed as an agent trying to murder her. There's 2 murder schemes going on. Alright. There's already drama. I can't assault the fort. Now I can. This is by the skin of our teeth. Ooh, this is so close. We won. Just barely. That was so close. I gained some legitimacy. Gained some fame. I can station another one of my regiments. $100 gold, that'll help. I can pay homage to the Emperor, and I can petition him. Not really necessary right now. I could demand money before my hook expires, so that's another 46 gold. Now I had a daughter. And my daughter, of course my daughter ends up the best. Of course my daughter ends up the best. We'll name her Molly. County of Arnhem gains independent farmlands for 5 years. The control goes down. The growth. But I'll get some money. This powerful vassal, he likes me. He's going to not like that I fire him, but this guy would be a better steward. And I would get more money as a result. I'm bringing him in. I have another vassal. I think I'm going to make this guy my marshal. That seems to be his best skill. Sorry, giant man, but you're not a vassal. So we'll work on his opinion. We have some opinions to work on. Things aren't great. Things are great internally, but and now that I have a new vassal, because I just took that. Oh no, where's... Who... Oh yeah, I have another baron as a vassal, so these are barons. I was confused. For a second I thought that my new vassal was in control of this, but he's not. It's gonna take a long time to increase the control. 2 years. I can create a duchy title. All right, there's a lot of things to think about, guys. Now that we're landed, and now that we're in the situation that we're in, money isn't looking great, but most of that will go away as soon as we're done with our legend and we complete this in 933. 4 months. I can come. Okay, I'm gonna speed 5. Okay, we completed it. I had to. It's gonna... There we go. Yes. Alright, we are in acceptable amounts of money. But let's read this. This is how we'll end it. Here is the end of the book of Count Dutch, and the end of his miracles that were famous among all Catholics. Ah, almighty God, may I pray for your blessings upon this book, the pilgrim to the world. Amidst the whispers of doubt and the shadows of disbelief among the populace, Count Dutch stood unwavering in his faith. It all seemed lost, blood painted the battlefield. Oh, no, we read this. We read that before. I'm sorry. So be it. Okay, so that solves our money problems, essentially. So we can take a deep breath. And I can actually finally wrap this one up. I know it was a long one. I do forgive me, but there was a lot to do. But, oops. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. We are now landed, so a lot has happened. It's going to be really interesting from here on out. Our dynasty, Dutch Van Der Linde, has finally become landed, and that's great. So a lot to look forward to in future episodes. I hope to see you there. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not yet subscribed, and as always, leave a comment down below if you wanna. If you want to, so you can go ahead and do that. But I will see you guys in the next one. Episode 19 will be coming at you soon, lords and ladies. But until then, have a good one, guys.